In front of us is a new Lego Christmas tree that you can place every single year. What's up, everybody? It's your host, your Cristo from Stud City, and today's video, we're going to be reviewing the new family sub-theme of Lego, and this one is the Family Christmas Tree. Now, at $300 and an October 1st release, this set is built to probably last generations, and it's pretty interesting because I know for my family, we put up a Christmas tree just about every single year, and we've transitioned from a real one back in my youth with my parents to me and Georgiana, my wife, now putting up a fake one every year. However, in today's video, we have a $300 Lego Christmas tree made up of so many elements. It's over 3,000 pieces, and it's going to be a hefty price tag. Now, how will this compare to a real tree? Well, stay tuned to find out. What's up, everybody? It's your host, your Cristo from Stud City. As I mentioned, this Lego set is going to cost at $300. I'm a channel that focuses on Lego deals and sales, so I feel like I have a good price point of talking for Lego here. Now, this copy was gifted over for review. It comes in this ginormous box that clearly shows a depiction of a Christmas tree that opens up and just tons of different variables, which I'll showcase throughout today's video. As I mentioned, has a not for sale scene as this was gifted over by Lego, but having such a beautiful box art is because this thing is going to be able to be reused just like you would an actual Christmas tree, a fake one that you buy at the store. And you could package this up in a way that only has maybe 4 or 5 removable parts, package it in this box, which is built better than most Lego boxes. And I'll go ahead and showcase that here as I take it apart here. Well, first off, you have this nice little lid piece that is built with some structure and easily removable from the base. Again, that is not typical for a Lego box. I feel like most boxes are probably meant to be thrown away and don't really have the sturdiness that other boxes have. But by the end of today's video, I will showcase how to package this tree up in removable sections. That way, you can package it up for next year. But is this tree compared to $300 in buying just a real, tree, real fake tree? Is that even a word to use? Well, let me give my thoughts and opinions on this set because it does pack a punch, but is it worth buying this versus basically a tree from Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Myers, wherever you're located, and like fully loading it with ornaments? Well, maybe it's for collectors, so let's find out. To kick us off, we are going to get 7 official Lego minifigures. Now, the first one is going to ski in with these ski slopes here, and it's pretty cool looking minifig. He's got a just very kiddish red legs. On top of that, a Christmas tree printed torso and skiing goggles. Now, there is a dual face print. That way you can see 2 different expressions. The next minifigure here is going to be Mrs. Claus with a printed dress piece. She's whipping up and icing a gingerbread house there. Printed torso looks pretty good. She kind of has a sleek look there on her face, and on the back she's wearing her glasses there and kind of a smiling variant. Really nice hairpiece to go along with her. The next minifigure is going to be a knight. Yeah, a Christmas knight. Has the smaller legs, probably implying that these are all going to be elf characters. A printed shield of a present. That's pretty sweet. He comes with his sword and this green helmet knight piece. Now, he has a smiling face that you can't see his expression on either side because of his shield head piece right there. The next minifigure is going to be Santa, and this Santa actually comes with dual molded legs. If I'm not mistaken, these are the same dual molded red over black legs that we saw in the Camino training facility from the May 4th gift with purchase. Anyways, this Santa minifigure has a nice printed torso, and he has a removable hat and beard with a single face-sided expression. The next minifigure is probably going to be my favorite. This elf is clearly hard at work. He's holding a gaming controller and has movable arms there with different poses to grapple many other things. He's got a camera, but again, another elf hard at work. Same torso as the other one that was skiing. However, this one actually just has a different single-sided face print that has his elf ears, which looks pretty cool. The next minifigure has a squishmallow of a snowman with a top hat. That is pretty awesome. That is a really cool mold piece. He's also wearing a space Santa like Christmas sweater. Like that is really, really cool. On top of that, we're getting a green space helmet, as well as the air tanks in green, which is pretty awesome. As far as face printing goes, he has a face print just single-sided for that character. And finally, the last minifigure also is carrying a Squishmallow, but this one's a reindeer. He has a really cool expression with his heart eyes, and again, has just a sleek and like kind of like rosy face there on the back. Now, definitely a dual printed torso. The first side is going to be that cat with the Christmas, Santa hat, and I think that's going to definitely make a representation of the brick build character of the tuxedo cat that we've seen. Yep, the tuxedo cat that we saw as an earlier Lego set earlier in 2025, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wow, it might even have been 2024. Wow, it's been some time. Yeah, that was a 2024 set. But anyways, this one does not have the tail that's posable down. It's actually got the tail all the way up, so I think that's a nice little feature. And then on top of that, we have a nice Santa hat. And for lastly, on minifigure side of things, we get this reindeer. The reindeer, of course, is removable, just like some of the other ones that we've seen in the past. And it comes with this 1x2 brick with a nice little plate there that you can really fill out your reindeer if you just want to display it as a reindeer. So sadly, we only get one of those in Santa's sleigh, and it is attachable. Speaking of Santa's sleigh, it's not printed. This is a sticker element, but it's loaded down with presents. It's a minifig scale Santa sleigh. I mean, you could easily fit Santa in there, and that's just about it. But other than that, it's decked out in red over gold accents. It's got a license plate with a sticker saying ho, 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 and then also has a control panel sticker inside there. But most importantly, inside is the contents of over 3,000 parts for a Lego Christmas tree. The first top from bottom, we have a nice base here filling out with a really cool scene that has a removable section here. But check this out, as you have this rotatable knob, there's an entire train that goes ahead and rotates. In my opinion, it rotates really slow for the amount of turns that you pull, but I think it's probably intended to do so. There's also a small village down there as well, but for the most part, is a nice little feature and a very strong base, because to be fair, this set is pretty large, and I feel like it's wide rather than tall. And for a Christmas tree, I don't know, it does still feel a little bit rather small, at least in my opinion. Now, even also from like just a perspective of like straight looking at it, you could see a lot of the interior. Now, don't get me wrong, you're able to like easily move around a lot of these tree branch elements, but I still feel like you could see, even from as far away as the camera that I have it, a lot of the studs on the outside, and you could see some gold, red, and mostly brown. But I guess in hindsight, when you look at a Christmas tree, you could still see a lot of the interiors of it as well, unless you find that perfect tree. But in my case, even after shopping around for some of the best trees out there, I still have yet to do so. You can easily see there's a ton of hanging ornaments in orange and yellow located across this entire tree, definitely keeping a nice color scheme. Let me know in the comments if you like to deck out your Christmas trees during the holiday season. Preferably, I like to make mine crazy, but my wife likes to keep it like one single color. Now, at the top, you'll notice a beautiful crystal like star with gold accents. That's pretty cool as well. I think it was a nice little feature as well. On top of that, each leaf also has all these like crystallized little elements, these like 1x1 studs, and maybe some like presents in there every so often, like sporadically. I think it's a nice feature. It like really makes it glow a little bit. I do feel like this set lacks in the fact that a light kit would have been really awesome to light this set up, but maybe we can do that on our old time. But anyways, moving forward with this set, I think one of the coolest features is going to be that it has openable leaves sections. Like the entire interior has so much detail, so you can equally open up the other side of the tree. So let's start on the front side, at least what I'm going to call the front here. First thing off, we have a post office desk in there, probably for Santa's letters, and of course our elves toy shop. Now you can see them cooking up a lot of presents, so hopefully you made it on the nice list this year. And you can see a ton of different sticker references to different toys, and maybe even a Santa list inside of there. The set is decked out with an entire sand green flooring, and it offers a lot of space for you to go ahead and add your minifigures. That way they're easily posable inside here, even like they're working inside. Now, if we go ahead and go up a floor, you could see kind of like a really fun gaming room for the elves, and you'll even see another Christmas tree inside of there. Now, it's actually pretty cool in the arcade room. Unfortunately, these are all sticker elements, but you're able to like move them to the side, even this little arcade there. Check out that arcade right over the green. Like, that is really neat. But anyways, you're able to move those to the side, and inside you'll really see the Christmas tree that you can kind of take out or play around with inside of there. So go ahead and folding those back open. You'll also notice here on the one side here, you can see some sticker elements on the right. The top one is going to be
from top to bottom references to the minifigs inside. So we have that green space elf, then we have the night space elf, and then we just have an elf clearly hard at work. Now, on the opposite side, we have the brick element on an elf. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, we did not see that elf in this set. Maybe that's a cube for like a future elf or a gift with purchase, at least at time of recording. I don't know, but that's kind of a cool reference. And then we have a ninja elf. And again, we did not see that minifig inside the set. Who knows? Maybe LEGO is hinting at something else in the future, but I thought that was pretty neat. And lastly, we have the Heart Eyes elf with the plushie. And that one we did see inside this set. So it only gives me hope that we see a ninja from like Ninjago or even that like brick build character. So on the complete opposite side, let's go ahead and open the other section of the tree. And I'll actually really demonstrate this one, but all you have to do is pull on the like tree in the like middle section. And you can clearly see after knocking down an ornament that it'll open up quite nicely for you. So inside this one, it doesn't open up as nearly as much as the other one did, but you could see a nice screen and trajectory of Santa Claus and his sleigh and the report that's going on. So definitely an elf here, hard at work, keeping tabs on all of the monitors. Now, if I go ahead and rotate the screen around, you can see all the sticker elements here. But as we rotate, you can see another sticker element on the side, probably a naughty list or Santa letters that you got received in the mail. So hopefully you guys already are sending in your Santa letters. Same thing with on this side, that is a sticker element there, but who knows, maybe the kids are sending their letters over to Santa. And then of course the big section here down below also folds nice and decently wide open, but you can see inside of this one, it's going to be that front door that we saw on the opposite side, and this is going to be a nice cozy area for Mrs. Claus to maybe whip up some cookies and some milk for Santa. There's also a nice cozy fireplace in there. That again is going to be a sticker element. And then there is all the mail that we're getting from Santa's post office. So pretty cool and neat stuff. You can also see below a nice depiction of the train. Again, as I rotate the knob, the train's going around. I really don't see any reference of the train cars and train colors for any other trains. I mean, you can make assumptions for this, but again, I don't think this is any calling card to past LEGO trains that have been on the market.
So I feel like one of these sales points of this set, in my eyes, is going to be the fact that you could break the set down pretty easily and, in a way that you don't destroy the set. And I guess you don't have to rebuild it every single year, but that way you could preserve it and then put it up, on your TV spot or on your Lego shelf or in the kitchen, wherever you want to dress up the holiday spirit. Because I feel like this is a set you probably want to put away throughout the entire year, except for, November 1st to probably after New Year's. Is it November 1st or you guys put it up in December? Let me know in the comments below. But for me, ours goes up November 1st and I can't kid my wife on that one. Anyways, the first section here that is removable is going to be the star piece. It goes pretty simple and straightforward. It just kind of pops off like so. The next one here is going to be this entire section. And this is going to be like all the leaf top pieces. And on top of that, there's a section on both sides with like a little clip piece and it easily removes. So like both sides have that. And you have the top half of the tree. Our next section here that's going to be removable is going to be the entire like right side, where it has all the different like interior details. You can see it just has like two little clip pieces and literally comes off that easy. And I think that's probably what makes this set so nice. And then the next section here is again the similar aspect. You're able to remove that entire floor basically, just like so. I'm trying to do it carefully that way I don't break down the set too much, but again, pretty flawless, and you can actually hold it kind of like I don't know, you're holding a bucket or something like that. So anyways, the entirety of these, two floors are essentially removable, and that's all you need to do. And even in the instruction booklet, like I have it, they strategically place the entire set in the box and break it down so you can place this in your box to reuse it on in the future. But let's go ahead and showcase you in the box what that's going to look like. Okay, so we have a pretty interesting view of our Lego set that is officially broken down. Now, I'll go ahead and place the first element, which is going to be the larger section of our tree, and you can see it's almost as if it's sticking out of the box just a little bit. So what we'll need to do is likely move and rotate the leaves just ever so slightly, just like what you would do with an official, tree that you put up every year. So what you can do is just rotate those leaves when we go ahead and put our lid on to the box. Now, the next section here is going to be the slightly larger brick-built elements. Now, this one you can go ahead and just rotate, just like I'm doing so, and then sort of just squeeze it on here onto the side. And then lastly, we got the other side, which will go right next to it. From there, we have, I guess, our instruction booklets. So, in my opinion,
I would just keep the one that allows us to disassemble it, or I guess you could put all of them down there below. We do have some other smaller elements, and for me, I'll just go ahead and put them on the sides, and then we have the large tree element. Now, you're probably already thinking, Cristo, well, where's the minifigs? Now, it's actually pretty funny. They gave us an entire little box piece where we could place our minifigs inside of. And again, it's just a nice little box that clearly is designed for our minifigs. That way you can preserve them for the next year. So what we'll go ahead and do is just break down our minifigs, our tuxedo cat, all our characters. Again, I have all those like little panel pieces to keep my minifigs standing up. And then what we can do is just go ahead and fold it, fold the box, close it up, and well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually put it under here for safekeeping, just like so. And just like that, we have stored our Christmas tree for the next year in a nice fashion. And it's like a clearly designed set to be like that.
Okay, like actually, that's pretty strategic on how they did that. And for me, the fact that the LEGO Group made it so designed to be preserved for future years, and the fact that you even saw me as I did it in live action, and mind you, that was my first trial, so any pieces that did fall off or removable sections like that, it was literally the first time I've done that. I think just shows that it's a pretty sturdy set, and at least for the way that it was designed, it holds to what they were going for. Now, I'm not going to argue that $300 for a displayable Lego tree is expensive, because quite frankly, for $300, you can go to some of the stores that I named earlier in today's video, buy an artificial tree for probably $200, maybe $250 for like a higher, like a nice one, even probably pre-lit, and then the other $50 buy some ornaments and deck it out. It's kind of crazy to think about when you put in that perspective. But on the contrary, you, like me, are Lego fans, and we love building Lego sets, keeping Lego sets, displaying Lego sets. So I think it's going to have its audience. But for $300, this set offers a unique building experience. Not just the fact that it's a tree that you could use for display year over year, but also the fact that you could build this set with your family. Now, you can do that with many sets, and I still think this one's different because you build the set in different sections. And actually, there's instruction booklets for so many different sections. Like seriously, you can have a really large family and pull this set together. So in total, there's 6 different booklets of total sections you could build with your family when constructing this. So if you're looking for a nice weekend to spend with your loved ones, family, friends, whatever it may be, I feel like for $300, that would definitely change the argument just a little bit. You're like, wow, we can spend an entire day as a friend group, you know, a family, building a Lego set in different sections, and then we can have it all come together to be one thing. I feel like $300 is probably a small price tag for that experience. But I'm interested to see what you guys have to say in the comments below. Regardless, this copy was gifted over by LEGO, so a huge thank you to the LEGO Group for gifting it over. As always, make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think of this one, and make sure to subscribe for 2025 LEGO reviews. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.